Hi guys, it's Renee Flamont here. This video that I'm filming will run December 31st. It's been a year. A year. I stood right there. I'm looking out on my screened-in porch. I stood right against that screen looking out at my pond that wants to be, a lake when it grows up. But it has a fountain, and I remember looking at it at 11:30, 11:45, midnight on New Year's Eve last year. I went to a friend's house. They live a mile away, but I came home early. She hates the fireworks. She was with me at my friend's, but she doesn't like it. And they're all around this house, but I wanted to be home and in the quiet and get home before midnight. So I came home on purpose to be alone at midnight, which by now you understand I really do like being alone. One of my best friends, they live right there. It's a mile. But I wanted to be home, so I made a vow, and I thought long and hard about the year I had had and what I wanted to do going forward, and I said I'm going to post a video every day on YouTube. Renee, how hard can that be? And here we are! December 31st. I'm in shock. And a lot of these videos kind of touch on that because it's natural. That's what we're thinking about right now, right? It's the new year. It's turning a corner. And I remember last year I had asked myself, what do you want to bring forward? And I talked about the planners a couple of videos back and how I didn't even want him in my planner of this year for this year. As a matter of fact, his name isn't. I would only write his initial. So throughout 2021's planner, his name never appears. So I at least did that. But details happened, things came in and out. But I remember thinking, what do I want to bring into the new year? And we're talking about energy here. Actions, non-actions, meaning what don't you want anymore? What will you take forward? What will you leave behind? Try to use this crossover as a mental walk you're going on, past which you will not accept certain things, tolerate certain behaviors, past which you will not give chances. Try to listen, try to believe, make room for an apology, go against the grain of your insides and forgive them again and again and again. And even though I faltered, and I can remember last New Year's Eve like it was yesterday. I remember that. I know it's weird, some people. I know they're like, what do you mean you're going home? But my friends understand me. I like quiet. So I wanted to come here. And the fireworks did go off, but I was holding her, and at least we didn't have a ton of people around us. And I remember saying every day I can't believe it. I'm in shock that it's been a year. And I brought this idea to life in 2020. In 2021, but I did that. I succeeded in doing that action, but I had brought forward more than I wanted to regarding the situation. And I'm trying to help you see this time next year, whether or not you speak to them right now won't matter. You know they're not for you. You know you're not going to end up with them like a year from now, right now. This time next year, whether or not you speak with them today, if you break no contact, won't matter. They'll be out of your life again over another reason already. When you realize that you're not ending up with them and that the whole thing was a big charade, I don't know, it's easier to let it go. That's it. This is it. You could start right now. You could just let it go. Today is the last day of the year. Every day this year has been a video, which I'm so excited about. And every day this year, there's been a different phase that I went through to get here. It's been rewarding. It's been cathartic. It's been beyond valuable, very enriching. But throughout the year, which Happy New Year, by the way. I'll make sure, because I don't think, Happy New Year. You might play this at night, but whatever, it's the 31st, so Happy New Year. I got right to the video is why I stopped myself and said that. And I thank you for everything all year. And we're building something here, and I look forward to 2022. But the cathartic journey I went on was very much peppered with reality that was happening and unfolding in my life with the narcissist. And I'm trying to say it to you because I really do wish that I had left it in 2020, like I told myself I wanted to do when I was standing out there looking at the fountain at 11:45 last year. I said, you're going to do a video every day. You're not bringing this situation forward. No context, the way to go. No more. You're washing your hands of him. Well, I did the video part, like I said, but I didn't do the other part. It was peppered throughout the first 3 quarters of this year. It dissipated, but it lingered, and I'm here to tell you why. The outcome, that's what I started to say before, which it sounded weird when I said it. The outcome, I even knew, was not going to be any kind of permanency. And look at me now. Now I'm free of him. Yet I put myself through that in January, February, March, April, May. There was a little bit more after that, for sure. July, June, every month. For as long as I kept entertaining it in some capacity. As much as I ignored it, I was like 80-20, 90%, 10% maybe I was. But once I killed it and really killed it, now I look back and think, why did I bother with those 8 months? I could have saved myself all of that strife. I already knew the lesson. So I'm trying to let you know that next year, today, is going to happen like that. So where do you want to be? What do you want to bring into the new year? It's a very, very strong question. I'm going to bring this video channel into the new year. And I'm going to announce a change. I'm going to do Monday through Friday. I know I mentioned it several weeks back that I was thinking about it. I think that's the magic number. I chose that because it seems to me I'm having coffee with many of you every morning. And I'm assuming that coincides with the work schedule for many of you, the Monday through Friday thing, because for many people that's what work is. But the once per day, and sometimes even more than once in the beginning, I tried to like really bank it up. That was, instead of 7 days a week, the once per day is 7 days a week. It'll be now 5 times a week. I think I saturated you guys enough with year 1. I couldn't shut up, I know. And I have so much more, you have no idea. I've already made outlines. But I think I'd really like the regularity of posting Monday through Friday. It's been an all-consuming ride posting daily for this first year. And highly rewarding. Highly rewarding, but it's all-consuming. Because I try to respond to all the comments. And I've done this, I told you, on the down low. I mean, people have been in my home. I've been on vacation with people. And I just do it. While I'm sitting there, they don't know. But it's a lot. So I want to start to learn other aspects, okay? There's all kinds of things I could learn, but I never stopped long enough to do that. So I'm thinking Monday through Friday is the magic number, and I like the regularity of that. And I just think it's a time for a change, and the new year is a good time for a change. Saturday and Sunday are for greatest hits and reruns. So that means you have homework, especially those of you going through stuff. And I'm not even kidding. I love these videos. Every single one, I learn something when I rewatch something of my own. And other people's, but I'm saying, I do. It reminds you of something. So Saturdays and Sundays, if you feel like getting a dose of nay-nay, you're going to have to watch your greatest hit. Here's the thing. It's very important to me, and I really like that you've come to expect something, and then you get what you expect. I promised you a year ago a video every day, and so you got to know that that was happening. So now I want to make sure that you understand it's Monday through Friday. And you can bounce around the channel for the daily dose on a Saturday or a Sunday, because I know you want to see this one. She's out like a light the last few videos, I know. I think 5 times a week will be a magic number, and I want to continue to reach you, and I I was never saying subscribe before, and I think I've learned to do that. I'm trying to be better every time, but please do hit that subscribe button, especially if you're tuning in anyway. I want everyone to know all of this. So to prevent further abuse on people, we need to get the word out. Well, to get the word out, I'm understanding that I do need to be saying hit subscribe, and the views that I get are phenomenal, so that's awesome. But if we keep all of this going, apparently it can be like a steamroller. And wouldn't it be awesome if this was like, oh my God, I wish I could sit on top of the country or the world and yell it to people. And then they'd all know, and then we'd all be safe. But that can't happen. The goal of this channel has been to educate, help, prevent, and save people from having to experience being involved with this disorder. I would like the world to be done with narcissistic personality disorder. And I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us. We've all encountered each other this past year. And we've shared our stories. And we've learned from each other. And we've embraced each other's narratives and tales of woe. And it's been a very supportive channel. And I'm proud of us. I think we've all come a long way. I mean, think about where you are now versus last year like I did. Think about where you are right now versus 1 year ago. And think about where you want to be 1 year from now. That's about taking the energy forward that you want and the actions that you want and not doing the things that you don't want. It's your year. We're clicking over right now. I mean, I'm humbled and grateful for the audience that we have been building. And I hope you continue to watch this year, Monday through Friday, usually right around, it seems, by 8 a.m. Now, you know what I've learned, and maybe this is like kind of like a housekeeping, clean up loose ends, end of year video, but sometimes a download happens like that. It's literally, it happens before my eyes. Sometimes it takes 2 hours. So I don't understand that, but I aim for like 7 or 8 o'clock to have it definitely downloaded by. So I want you to continue to expect the same thing. And please join in with your comments. I think that's some of the most fruitful dialogue for everybody involved, especially when there's a new person. I think they can learn from the commentary from people that have been viewing and going through this kind of thing for years. I read everything, I believe, and respond. Unless something doesn't show up, which again, I'm sure that happens. It's sort of perfect that we begin the New Year's first video with a Monday, which is going to be this coming Monday. And may we all enter this new year with the energy you'd like to carry forth. Leave behind anything you'd rather not carry forth. And this is a Friday, and I'd like to say going forward, I think I'll tackle an issue every Friday that disturbs me or interests me or intrigues me. I thought of that too. And I think that you'll love it. I have a lot to say, as you may surmise, on issues other than narcissism. This topic, I had this much to say in a year, and I only learned about it last year. Don't even get me started about things like bullying or, I have a lot of things that I have that I think that once a week on a Friday, I'm going to make a video on a topic that is at hand, whatever it is. And I think we have a lot to talk about. I'm not political, so it won't be like that. But, issues, social media, beauty in the media, children, parenting, anything. So I think that intrigues me. And it's something that it might infuriate me. It might infuriate me too. But so maybe we'll cut down narcissism to Monday through Thursday, and on Fridays I'll do an off topic. Because as much as I've said about narcissism, what I was going to say was, can you imagine what I have to say on topics that I've been reading about for years and years and years? So I think we can have some fun with that too. I appreciate all of the subscribers. I appreciate you guys watching and hanging in there and tuning in. And you guys watch and you comment and we have conversations. I feel like a lot of us have become friends. And I want you to bring forward into your new year. I think I've covered my housekeeping. I'll hit it again in the next video, I'm sure. I want you to bring into the new year what you want to surround you. I want you to give that some thought. If you are watching this at 7 or 8 a.m., which a lot of you do, then you have all day to think about it. It's New Year's Eve. Tomorrow clicks over. Doesn't matter what you do tonight. I was home alone on purpose. I was with people and then came home. So if you're home alone, don't let that make you feel bad. Make it joyous. I lit incense. I had candle. I put music on. I had the fireworks all around me out here. The baby doesn't like those, but I was holding her. I mean, it was fabulous. So don't let, if you're alone, make you not have a good one. No. Use it introspectively. I came home from people that are my best friends because I wanted introspection time. So take a moment, even if you are around people. Take a moment and ask yourself, what do you want to bring forth? It's a powerful, when this clicks over, it's powerful. And you know it, and we all know it. So use it to your advantage and leave behind things that are bringing you stress. That's my advice. I'll see you Monday.